Guys, this is Collinz Dev here, a software developer. I decided to publish a new Java course for all beginners and all those who have been working with Java. This is a course to be. So let's dive in. Introduction to Java. So what is Java? You might be there for all those ones that are new, asking, hey, Java, not JavaScript, but Java. So Java was published in the late 1990s, but the official release was 1995. Yeah, Java was started by a man called James Gosling under a company called Sun Microsoft. Java I think in 2000s, yeah, it was 2000s. We had entered 2000. Java was brought by Oracle, a company called Oracle, went on and bought Java. Later in the years, Oracle made some changes to Java, which were not good. But in recent years, new changes were improved in the Java language. So Java releases updates every 6. Oracle releases updates on Java every 6 months. So every 6 months we are getting new changes in Java. So all those who are new to the channel, all those who are who have already encountered with Java as a language, so this is a channel to be. So why choose Java? In all programming languages, why would someone choose Java? Easy of use. First of all, as a software developer, I have encountered many languages, but I find Java one of the easiest language to use. First of all, the syntax, easy to use, easy to read. Yeah, so it is friendly, basically. And the new improvements that Java have made, they have made it so user-friendly. Secure execution. Java in execution is one of the best languages around that we have. Alongside the C languages, Java is one of the best languages in execution. Universal applicability, whereby here Java is used universally. Yeah, one of the most used languages in Java in the world is Java. Most industries prefer using Java because of its security. Java, with some nice features Java has, most companies prefer using Java. Same thing here, reaching global. Yeah, as I told you recently, Java is one of the most used and popular languages around. Platform independence. By platform independence, I mean Java can run on all machines. Let me say iOS, Linux, any machine that you have. Java is platform independent. It can fit there really, really well. And besides being a platform independent language, Java is also one of the languages that are complex in a way that you can build iOS applications, mobile applications, Android applications, web applications, name it. You can build games using Java. Anything that you want can be built using what? Java. So in this video, we are going to go step by step. How can you set up your Java environment? How can you set up your first code as a Java developer? So let's go. So we shall begin with a question. What is an IDE in Java? Those ones who have encountered Java have made this word. But if you are new to the channel, if you are new to the language, you might ask, what is an IDE? An IDE stands for Integrated Java Environment. What does this mean? An integrated development environment in Java is a software application that provides developers with tools to write, debug, test, and deploy Java programs efficiently. Popular Java IDEs include Eclipse, IntelliJ Dev, and NetBeans. So this basically an IDE in Java stands for Integrated Java Environment. This is just like an environment where you are going to write your code. Most of us have used or have heard of some environments. If you're coming from other languages, you might be familiar with this. I think most of us have used VSCode, Eclipse, those environments. Simply, an IDE is like an environment whereby we are going to write, debug, and run our code that we are going to be making. Yeah, so as I previously explained, just this is an environment that we are going to do. We are going to do each and everything. Like this is like a playground. We are going to be doing each and everything on our playground, which simply is an IDE, integrated development environment. So I think this is one of the good questions that you can encounter. Is VS Code an IDE? Yeah? Is VS Code an IDE? Yes, VS Code is an IDE, but VS Code is a code editor, not an IDE. But simply, if you set up your VS Code to a perfect environment for Java, it automatically becomes what? An IDE. Yes, so the answer to this question is yes, VS Code is an IDE. So let's go on. Let's first set up our Java environment before we begin. We begin with the Java development kit. First of all, before we begin or before we set up, Java has Oracle. Oracle has mainly taken over Java. So when you the first thing you do before you start is making your development environment, or setting up everything needed for Java to run. Being Java is already a platform independent, we need some tools or some development kits to help us run Java. So you can go here. I will leave this description. I will leave this link in the description so that you guys have access to the development kit. In the development kit, we find very many interesting resources whereby we find the JVMs, we find the Jack, we find each and everything that we need for our Java. So you have to first install the development kit on your machine. Yeah. Now I'll leave this link in the description. By the time I have recorded this, we are on Java 2023, yeah, which is the latest version. But you have to know, like, some versions, like, as you know, some versions are not that stable. So may I find 2023 more stable than the 2021 version. Yeah, some versions, like, you be careful on the versions that you install. The latest versions are not that good, or they might come when they are not that stable. So you installing a latest version, it would be better for you to install an already proven version. But I have used 2023, which is a great version. So if you are using Linux, you will come and install here the first link that you see here. For Linux, if you're using iOS, you click on iOS, download the JDK, Java Development Kit. And if you're using Windows, you will still come here, download here on the Windows side. So for me, I already have the Java Development Kit, but you click on it. So it will start downloading here up, as you see. After downloading, it will take minutes. But after downloading, you will install it on your machine. You first unzip it, then run it and install it on your machine. Yeah, so let's go on. Now that we have already set our Java development kit, or we have already installed our Java development kit, actually you just need to install Java development kit. Oracle made it so easy that each and everything that Java needs to run is in this kit, the Java development kit that we have seen how to install. So the next thing is we have to set our IDE. We have to install our IDE. Remember the IDE that we talked about? We have to install it on our machine. If you have it, you can leave it. But if you don't, let me take you step by step how you can install most of the IDEs that we use. You will come here. First install VS Code. Show you how to install VS Code. VS Code download. Here, first link. So here we are going to first install VS Code. We set it up. We look at other IDEs, how to set them up, how to make them developer friendly, so that we run our first code. Yeah. So if you're using Windows, you will click here, download using Windows. If you are using Mac, you'll click here, Deb, RM, you will still click here on these two. But here, I'm using the Windows, so I'll install using Windows. Come here, direct, thanks for downloading. Come here, download. Click here, download. Download link direct. Yeah, you can see here, my VS Code has just what? Just downloaded here. It's starting to download. Being that I already have VS Code installed on my machine, yeah, can just pause that. Even my JDK, I'm already having JDK installed on my machine. But for you guys, you first have to finish the installation process. Then you run your what? Your setup and install these two for the what? For the VS Code IDE. So I will try to install Eclipse. So you will just come here, download Eclipse. That's another IDE that I've been using recently. So I will click on the first link, download Eclipse. They will bring me here, install your favorite desktop. Yeah, I will just click download here, then download. So they will bring me here. You will see that my Eclipse is downloading. So I already have one, so I won't install it. But if you run your, let me first set up the Eclipse and show you how you can run your first or set up your first Eclipse IDE. You come here, you first install the what? You first install the IDE, which is in this case the Eclipse. You open it, starting Eclipse. So yeah, so far you won't see the screen because this won't be here. But for mine, I have already used Eclipse. But for you guys, those ones who for those ones, the first installers, you come here, the first screen after setting up everything. You come here on File, App, click on New. We have to first create a new Java project. Click on Create Java Project. Give your project a name. Say this first. Say Java project. I'm giving this a name. So for the first time, you first leave this. I'll explain that in the videos to come. Then click finish down here. So this is our first project. So you have to install. You open the first project. You go to source. So simply source is our main our main folder that we are going to work in. This is our source file. So you right click on source. You come here on new. You create a new package. So why do we create packages? What are packages? Packages are simply, they are not files. They are not files, they are not folders. Like the way you hear a package is something that can store that can store files inside. Now in Java, in Eclipse, one of the most things that I love with the IDE, the Eclipse IDE, is that we have this package file that we have in Eclipse, whereby it helps us to do what? To manage our files inside our project. It helps us to, in the naming conventions, you can't name two files with the same names. Everything is managed in the package. So you first create your package before you create anything. Yeah, so my package will be say Java package. Then click finish. Now you will see inside my source, I'm having a Java package. Now all my files will be inside the Java package. So I will right click, click on new, hover on new, then come here. I'm going to first create my first class, my Java class. Give my class a name. I'll say this is main. Then I'll click, being that the class I'm creating is going to be my main my main class. I will explain that in the videos to come. I'll click here on public static void, then click finish. You will see, oh, they have created my automatically Eclipse creates your main code that you need to run my main package, or my main file is having the main method that is needed to run my code. So that's how I will explain this in the videos to come. So that's how you can simply set up your Eclipse IDE. So let's go back. We have seen how to set up the Eclipse IDE. So I will now set up my VS Code. But before I set up my VS Code, let me after installing your JDK Java Development Kit, you first have to make sure that it has installed. So to check, you come here, enter environment on your machine. Sorry, I'll use the terminal. Check command, open my terminal. So if you have installed your JDK, meaning they have installed your Java, so you first check your Java version, say Java dash then dash version, click enter. You can see mine is on 2022, like the version. I will first check if my compilers are on my JDK. If my JDK has included my compilers, because we are going to use them for compiling our code. Dash jack, then click enter. Yeah, so for mine, I'm already having the compilers on, and I'm already having Java already installed. But you might click here like Java and they are not installed, or you installed and they are saying Java that the command line does not recognize Java in your application. So you just have to set it manually. Yeah, if you are encountering here an error saying that Java is not recognized, you just need to come here and set it manually on your machine. So you come here, click environment, search environment, open. So I'm setting my Java project, or my machine, yeah, to recognize Java. So you can see here mine, I'm already having Java. So here, if you want to set it globally, to be here down, but I will set it as a variable here up. So I will click on new. I'm setting a new path. Here in the variable value, I have to allocate where Java is. I will go on my C here. I'll look for program files. I'll look for Java. Open JDK. Open the bin. So in the bin, we are having each and everything, all the files that we need, our compilers, everything that we need is located in the bin. So I'll copy this route up here, copy, then close here, paste this here. So you can see here my route is JDK bin from the program files. So me, I'm already having the here, you can see here that app. I'm already having my path already set. So you guys will click OK. After, you first restart your machine so that these changes are effective. So that's how you check your version, or if your JDK has done its job. So let me first set up my VS Code in a moment. I'll come here create new, set first Java project, Java, and just leave it there. Open it, open with VS Code. Now, when you are installing your VS Code on your setup, you have to make sure you have clicked on Open with VS Code on your when you are setting up your VS Code so that it appears here on the menu. So mine has already what? Mine has already installed. So being that I'm already having the sorry, trust about that. Being I already have my JDK, my JVM, the Java virtual machine installed, because in the JDK we have the Java virtual machine. I'll explain that in the coming videos. But right now, Oracle made it easy that when you install the JDK, everything comes in the package, everything that you need. So I'll click here. I have to create my first file. This will be my main.java. So as in other languages, the first thing you do is creating your main file. So this will be my main file. I'll say class main open, then I'll say public static, and you are seeing they are giving me some suggestions. I'll click enter. You see my first lines of Java. I have written my first lines of Java. Now to get some nice extensions, like you have seen, they have given me some nice suggestions. You will come here, install some extensions that will help you in your Java development area, or in your Java development conditions. You install the one of the most actually I find this extension really great for my development. Yeah, this extension is really great. It is from Microsoft. Yeah, it's called Java Extension Pack. Now simply this extension, you come here on extensions. I have to install it on my machine also. Search for Java Extension Pack. This one here. Now, one of the things I find, mine is already installed. One of the things that I find in this extension is the details that it has. They come with language support. This is also an extension. But when you install this, you install this at once, and they give you everything here that you see. Everything here that you see is all in one extension. The Java debugger, whereby we are going to use to debug our code. We are going to be getting some nice errors. The testers, we are going to be testing our code. We are going to be running and testing our codes. The Marvins, we are going to get some nice execution goals, and so many the project manager for Java, whereby these extensions, like the way we saw at the package manager, this also does the same thing. So the extension pack for Java is one of the great, one of the most things, one of the interesting things that I have encountered while dealing with Java. So after installing it, and you can see my icons are somehow different. If you can see here up, so I'll install another extension. You have to install another extensions for your icons. Here, material icon, click on it. I already have one installed. Yeah, you first need to install this. So your icons will change. This won't affect anything in your code, but at least your environment would be suitable for coding. Yeah, and after everything has installed really well, you will see that the other extension, the Java extension pack, is able to give you each and everything, like the autofills. I'm going to explain this in the coming videos. Everything that you need, that extension can give you. So that's how you can simply set up your Java environments. In this video, I have just gone through two IDEs, the VSCode IDE and the Eclipse IDE. Now, There are many other IDEs that you can use like NetBeans. So I won't set up other IDEs because simply in our course we are going to mainly focus using VS Code. We are going to use VS Code mainly because it's one of the most used and one of the IDEs that I find more suitable to use. So that's how you can set up your first Java project and run your first code or write your first code in Java. Subscribe button for some nice content. Thank you guys.